Section 50 of the Police Reform Act, I now would like your details. If you have refused, you will be arrested.
You just stand there for me, and if you face the wall.
Welcome to Brit Crime Zone. Here, we break down real encounters between the public and the police, analyzing the law, the conduct, and the context so you understand your rights, their responsibilities, and exactly where the line is drawn. Credit goes to Police Abusing Powers for allowing us to review and analyze this audit. Be sure to check out his channel, subscribe, and support his work. Link is in the description below. In this incident, PAP is filming outside Crosby Police Station when officers approach and immediately attempt to shut down activity that is entirely lawful. Rather than relying on legislation, they act on personal discomfort, asserting authority that simply doesn't exist. What follows is a clear example of policing driven by irritation instead of law, where incorrect powers are cited and decisions are made without a proper understanding of legal limits.
Okay, mate, obviously the issue here is the fact that it's not just police cars coming in and out, it's people's personal cars. And I'm asking you why you're doing that, and you can't provide a reason.
Well, I'll tell you what, if I waited for them to come out the gate and then got them in a video, then what does it matter?
Well, I'm simply asking why you're recording police vehicles or people's personal vehicles, and you haven't given me a...
I've told you, for stock footage.
Stock footage for what? Stock footage is just, it's the vaguest reason I've ever heard, so I just want to know.
Stock footage is something that people do. They give it away, they sell it, they put it on their websites, they use it for things like that. So there you go.
So potentially people's personal information that could be used against police officers. So that sounds a bit dubious to me. It sounds a bit moody, doesn't it?
Right. If I was sitting over there, or if I was sitting on that bench over there,
yeah,
and a police car came out, or somebody's personal car came out, for example, and I caught them in a picture that I was taking.
You set up a tripod, mate.
Yeah.
On the corner of the police station.
Well, why are you making assumptions, saying it's not very good?
No, we're fine in a minute. We're just talking. It's not very good, is it?
Why not?
Hang on a second.
I'm perfectly legal to take photos from a public place of anything that I can see with my eyes.
Yeah, but why? I don't understand why you're doing it. You've got no legit...
For stock footage.
Stock footage is not an excuse, mate. Come on.
From the very beginning, the officer treats photography as if it's inherently suspicious, even though PAP is standing in a public place doing nothing unlawful. When PAP points out that filming in public is perfectly legal, he's reinforcing a basic principle officers are expected to know. However, the officer's response suggests that personal unease is being used as justification. There's no legislation cited, no lawful grounds, just an attempt to challenge behavior that doesn't break any rules. This sets the tone early, an officer questioning lawful activity simply because he doesn't like it, which reflects poorly on both judgment and understanding of police powers.
Well, that might not be an excuse to you, but that's...
Right, okay.
That's
but
it.
You're also refusing to tell me details, aren't you?
Why do I need to? Have I done something wrong?
Well, I want to clarify exactly what's going on, mate, and you're not exactly being very forthright.
So now I've just missed that, so now you've just lost me some footage there, so go on, carry on.
Well, what do you want the footage for?
I've told you what I want the footage for, stock footage.
Just say, yeah, stock footage, what? Are you making a film? Are you selling that information to organised crime? What are you doing, mate?
Oh, yeah, I'm selling it to organised, yeah.
I don't know, do I? People do.
I'm a Yakuza, aren't I, yeah.
Well, no, but, you know, local gangs you could be selling to. I don't know, and you're saying...
Do I sound like I'm local?
You're not really explaining yourself.
I don't think I need to explain myself any more than that.
Basically,
I'm in a public place, doing a perfectly legal activity.
If, for instance, if you were just taking footage of police cars coming and going, I might say that, that seems perfectly legal.
Okay.
But the fact is you've set it up here where people's personal cars are, well, let's just say hypothetically, you might not be doing this, but this is a scenario that could exist in the world. Okay. You could be setting up a tripod here, filming people in their personal cars. Okay. Getting registers and selling that information to criminals.
Okay.
For one of the words, couldn't you? It's feasible.
Okay, I could be sitting in a car with a dash cam waiting for people to come out and getting all of that as well.
Yeah, so... and I'd be asking me the same questions that I'm asking you now. Obviously, I want to know who's potentially doing that because they're my colleagues or I could potentially be me.
Okay, well, I'm doing it.
Okay, and you are?
I'm me.
The officer then attempts to obtain PAP's personal details without any lawful basis, trying to turn a voluntary request into a compelled demand. When PAP refuses, the officer leans on hypothetical scenarios to justify his position. But speculation doesn't create authority. Imagined risks don't transform lawful behavior into suspicion. Instead of relying on facts, the officer depends on what-ifs, exposing how little legal grounding he actually has. It becomes even more apparent when you consider that the same activity would likely go unnoticed elsewhere. The only issue here is that it involves police property.
And you're refusing to provide me details,
I don't need to give you any details.
Tell you what, I'll have a chat with my sergeant and we'll clarify that.
Have you heard of ACPO, the Association of
Chief Police Officers? Yes, I have heard of them, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that's just a bit of paper, isn't it, mate? I don't know if that's legit.
Well, it's got all the details on and the right email addresses, so you can check it out, can't you?
That could do. Or I could just speak to the sergeant. Don't mind looking silly.
Go on then. Okay. Go and do that and leave me alone.
Now you're filming me, aren't you, mate? And I'm filming
I was filming you anyway for my own protection and yours.
But mate, I'm filming as well. So
That's
you're filming
all right.
me, filming you. It's like
I can video and photo anything I want from a public place.
you probably can, mate. I still think
No,
it's
not probably can. I can.
I think it's malicious. I don't care the reasons behind it. I think it's malicious. I can say that.
It's an opinion, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. It's my
not the
personal.
law, it's an
It's not
opinion.
law. Mate, it's not. My personal opinion is this is malicious. So I'm checking that you're not breaking the law anyway.
Right.
Okay. I'm gonna leave you to it, mate.
Calling a sergeant just to confirm whether he can demand details shows a lack of understanding of his own authority. If the grounds were valid, there would be no need to pause and seek guidance mid-interaction. PAP references guidance from the Association of Chief Police Officers, which supports lawful photography in public, even around police buildings. Yet the officer dismisses it outright. He eventually admits that he only believes the behavior is malicious, while acknowledging it isn't based on any law. At that point, the justification becomes purely personal opinion, which carries no legal weight. The encounter ends with no action taken, and the officer walks away.
What are you doing?
For the 8th time, I'm getting stock footage
Okay,
of police cars.
right, brilliant.
Do you mind?
Yeah, I do. Because you're getting personal plates of police officers on police vehicles, and we think that's suspicious, to be honest.
You think it's suspicious taking photograph
Yes.
or video?
Can I ask who you are, please, sir?
You can ask.
Who are you? Are you refusing your details?
I'm politely declining to give my details.
Okay, if you're not doing anything suspicious, sir,
Why are you doing that? Why are you
Because I
trying to
don't
hide your
personally want to
face?
be told.
That's being suspicious.
It's not being suspicious.
Of course it is.
I'm,
Trying to hide your identity.
We've been
I'm being polite with you, sir.
Okay, what's your number, please, sir?
5580.
Okay, what's your number, please?
659.
Okay.
So it just allows us to check
Do you mind?
out you. If
You can't do that.
we can obtain
I haven't done
anything.
anything.
You're obstructing me, and you
I'm
just
not
touched my
obstructing
camera.
anything. I haven't touched it at all.
You just knocked into my camera.
No, you moved it forward into me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
When a second officer arrives and immediately shines a flashlight into the camera lens, the situation escalates from conversation to deliberate interference. Using equipment to obstruct lawful filming isn't about safety, it's about stopping documentation. Labeling the activity as suspicious without evidence only reinforces that mindset. The officers then push for personal details again, despite having no legal grounds. This suggests they are searching for leverage rather than addressing any actual offense.
We've had a number of complaints saying you're recording personal vehicles and police vehicles, and in the heightened state of terrorism that we've got at the moment,
Right.
we don't know if you're doing hostile reconnaissance on our vehicles.
Okay.
Okay?
Do you have reason to believe that I'm doing hostile reconnaissance?
In this day and age, yes, sir.
So you have reason to believe right
Yes.
now. You have reasonable suspicion.
Under the Terrorism Act, I don't need to believe.
Okay. Hold on a minute. Reasonable suspicion.
I don't need reasonable
of
suspicion
terrorists.
under the terrorism
Which
activities.
one?
Section 44 of the Terrorism Act.
44, yeah?
Yeah.
All right, you know what you're talking about.
Yes, I do.
I hope you do. Section 44, well, you can go away then, because Section 44 doesn't exist anymore.
It does, actually.
It doesn't, actually.
It does.
No, 44 does not exist anymore.
Sir,
What's the
sir,
number,
can I
please,
just
sir?
speak to you for 2 seconds?
6621. Do you mind?
Do you
you mind?
We don't want to be filmed by you.
This is for my safety and for yours.
Our cameras are on.
Yeah.
You're the one
You're
coming to
not
the police station, so why are you?
What do you mean I'm
not
not
safe?
coming to a police station? I'm standing on... Where am I?
Right, okay.
What's this?
Well,
Public or private?
All right.
The moment the officer brings up terrorism, while openly admitting he doesn't know if PAP is doing anything hostile, highlights how weak the justification really is. Suspicion cannot be built on uncertainty, yet that's exactly what's happening. It becomes even more concerning when he references Section 44, a power that was abolished years ago after being ruled unlawful due to widespread misuse. The European Court of Human Rights found it violated fundamental rights, which is why it was removed. For an officer to cite a repealed law is a serious red flag. It shows a troubling lack of understanding of the legislation they are supposed to enforce. Promo section remains the same idea but cleaned up below. This is why understanding the law matters. The legal landscape is constantly evolving, powers are expanding, enforcement is active, and new laws are introduced rapidly. Most people only realize what they don't know when they're already in a difficult situation. Platforms like Underwatch are designed to keep people informed, prepared, and protected, with interactive legal guides, AI-powered explanations, real policing updates, and practical tools to help navigate encounters safely.
No matter whether it's private or not, you stood with a camera pointing into a police car park.
And?
What do you mean?
And?
You come here,
Yeah.
so why would you not feel safe?
Why? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
Because it's
8.
not normal behaviour. They're not dealing with you.
Mate, I don't care. Look at you. Look at your surroundings. Look at you all around here. Look at you. All around here. Not doing anything illegal here.
Okay.
I'm not here with any hostile
facilitate
intent.
that for you, is what we're saying.
Well, no, you can't, because you're not allowed to use the blue lights unless you're going to an emergency. So I'm waiting for somebody to come out.
Right. Because of your presence here now.
Right.
Right. And there's police officers who are on duty and off duty. When they leave this station, they're not happy with your presence, okay?
Okay.
Okay? Which is antisocial behaviour, kind of. Well, if you know what I
Well,
mean.
no, it's not.
No, I'm telling you, so you listen to me for a change,
right,
okay?
don't start getting like
I
that
will
to
tell
me.
you, and I'll speak in my tone, okay? Right? Officers are now having to go out of another way because they're worried about the reasons for why you are here.
Right.
Okay? Because you are sitting here filming into a police car park. Okay? Right? So under Section 50 of the Police Reform Act, I now would like your details. If you refuse, you will be arrested. Okay?
Being surrounded by multiple officers makes it entirely reasonable for PAP to record the interaction for his own protection. Filming police in public is not unlawful. Instead of acknowledging this, officers continue shining lights into the camera, behavior that appears more like an attempt to ruin footage than legitimate policing. Suggestions of activating blue lights raise further concerns, as those are meant for operational necessity, not as a pressure tactic. Officers also describe his presence as antisocial, revealing that their reaction is driven by annoyance rather than actual behavior. Even when Section 50 is mentioned, it doesn't apply. Recording in public does not qualify as antisocial conduct.
We can check if you are any threat to the police or not, if you've got any previous for anything.
Put it in your position. You're a police officer, okay?
Inspector, I presume you've had that letter from ACPO with regards to public photography and videography.
Yes,
Yeah, but you're
we
filming
cannot
it.
stop public filming. I've done it at fatal RTCs. We can't stop people from filming. Okay, what we're trying to do is prevent people causing annoyance. Have to sought permission.
I don't need permission to film or photograph from a public property. I can
Into a private place, yes, you do.
I'm sorry, Inspector, that's incorrect.
So, you don't want to give your criminal record to something as easy as just providing your name and address. Is there anything that we can say or do now
that's
to
right,
make
'cause
you
if
provide your name and address? We've
Look.
explained the legislation to you. We've explained that we've had to open an emergency exit for people to leave because they're
distressed
in
by your
fear of you
presence.
getting
Right.
the registration.
The first policeman that spoke to me, Sergeant,
Will you
Sergeant,
provide
the
your
first,
name and address?
Doesn't matter about the first police
Sir,
officer. This isn't a
sir,
debate.
the first, I
Okay,
haven't,
sir, you're
hang about,
Section 50 of the Police Reform Act. You don't have to say anything. But
I
in my
haven't,
defence, do not
I
mention my
have not,
questions.
hold on, you can't turn that off.
Yeah, we do. That's being seized under Section 19 apace as evidence of your behaviour. I'm not tensing. Stop tensing up, sir. I'm not tensing.
Stop tensing your
I
arm.
am not
Stop
tensing.
tensing your arm.
I'm not tensing. Okay, we'll get a van. Now going to be searched because you're under.
The outcome makes the situation even more concerning. Pap was detained for several hours, released without charge, and later confirmed to face no further action, clearly indicating no offense occurred. Despite this, he was handcuffed, searched, and had his freedom restricted simply for filming in a public place. The use of Section 50 in this context highlights just how far the situation drifted from the law. The involvement of a senior officer only adds to the criticism. Instead of correcting the situation, it was reinforced, even while acknowledging that filming couldn't be stopped. The focus remained on personal annoyance rather than legal justification. Claims that permission was required to film a private building from a public space further demonstrate a misunderstanding at a senior level. The seizure of the camera under Section 19 PACE is equally questionable, as this power only applies when there is evidence of an offense, which clearly wasn't the case. Turning off the camera removed transparency at a critical moment. Ultimately, the release without charge speaks for itself. If you found this breakdown useful, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to support the channel and keep accountability in the spotlight. I'm Brit Crime Zone. This was episode 30. See you next time.